Have you ever wondered about the origins of the term Ivory Tower? It's a concept that has evolved over centuries, taking on different meanings in various contexts. Originally, the term Ivory Tower arose from a biblical reference in the Song of Solomon, where it symbolized a place of purity and beauty. The Ivory Tower in this context was a sanctuary, a haven away from the world's corruption and strife. As time progressed, the Ivory Tower found its place in literature, particularly in French and English poetry. It was used as a metaphor for a place of refuge for poets and artists, a sanctuary where they could create undisturbed by the world's clamor. However, the meaning of Ivory Tower continued to evolve, gaining a more negative connotation in the 20th century. It became associated with academia, representing a place where intellectuals were accused of being disconnected from reality, lost in abstract thought, and indifferent to practical concerns. In architecture, the Ivory Tower is often used metaphorically to describe buildings that stand tall, isolated, and imposing. These structures, typically in urban settings, are symbols of power and prestige, but also of detachment and aloofness. Yet, the Ivory Tower is not just a physical structure or a metaphor. It is a concept that permeates our society. It can represent the divide between different social classes, between those in power and those who are not, between the educated and the uneducated. So, to summarize, the Ivory Tower is a multifaceted concept. It started as a biblical symbol of purity and beauty, evolved into a sanctuary for artists and poets, and then became associated with academia's aloofness. In architecture, it is a metaphor for imposing detached structures, and in society, it represents a divide among different classes. The Ivory Tower, in its many forms and interpretations, challenges us to consider our place in the world. It asks us to question whether we're in an ivory tower of our own, isolated from different perspectives and realities, or whether we're striving to understand and bridge the gaps that these towers represent. Each interpretation of the Ivory Tower offers a unique lens through which we can view and analyze our world. So, the next time you hear the term Ivory Tower, remember its depth and variety of meanings. It's more than just a phrase or a metaphor. It's a reflection of our society and our place within it.